It's Learn Ubuntu Live, presented by LearnUbuntu.org, with your host, Tom Judge.
Welcome back again to the Green Room. This presentation is the companion video clip for the final chapter of the Ubuntu Internet Fundamentals course. Everyone will have to create the final project, and that should be created in a folder on your workstation under your public HTML folder called My Project.
First thing, as I said, you should create your final project. And here we see in John's public HTML folder, he has a folder called My Project. So, what you're going to want to do is make sure that works first on your website. Now I'm going to check John's briefly here just to show you. You should always make sure your project works before submitting it. It makes for a better grade. HTTP. It's in memory here. Here's John's public HTML. Here's his project. He copied my project. This is the example project that I made for the course, and was a imitation. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and John copied my project. He won't get a very good grade, but I'm flattered. Anyway, here we see it's working. Okay, all products. Take a tour of the green room, and this is all working. Okay, very good. So as you see in the root of the web server here, everything for the project is under that one folder, My Project. And that's the way it should be on your workstation. So if you look in the public HTML folder, there's his folder with his project. That's what we want to zip up and send to your instructor. It's easy to compress your project. In Nautilus, all you have to do is right-click on the project. If you have the right plugins, which should be installed, you should see a compress option right there in the menu, which we select. Now, let's give it a unique name. If everybody uploads My Project, how is the instructor going to know whose project it is? So in this case, I'm putting John, capital D-O-E, in front of the project. You should do that with your name, so we don't have to play hide and seek to find your project. I'm going to click Create. It's going to make a tar GZ by default. That's fine. This is saying overwrite because I did this earlier. This is take 2. And there it is. There is our project.
If you're taking this course at a local educational facility, then your instructor will tell you where to post your final project for grading. They should be providing a place for you to post your final project web page. If you're taking this course on your own, or your learning center does not provide a facility for you to post your final project to, then you have a few choices. One choice would be to establish a student account on one of the Learn Ubuntu student servers. For that, there is a nominal fee for students to use to get some hands-on experience with a real web server. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it's economical for students. If you choose to go the long-term route, and I say long-term because that means you're committed to learning, and you want to get an account on the student server, there's information for that available on our website, and we will soon be producing a video with step-by-step instructions of just how to set up your student server account. But you don't have to have that to pass this course. It's an option. If you intend to go on and take some of the web developer, the LAMP web developer courses or other more advanced courses, you should have a server to work on. Your workstation will suffice and let you do a lot, but ideally if you want a real server on the internet remote so you can get some hands-on experience, then the student server account probably is one of your best bets. And as I said, we have a separate video describing that. It'll be coming out shortly. The simpler and quicker choice for now, if you haven't got a student account, a student server, is after you have zipped up or gzipped your file as we showed you earlier, you can use the student upload section to upload your assignment to the Learn Ubuntu org server so your instructor can get at it. Now here's how to do that.
Okay, so now as you're a student and you're logged in, here's your student homeroom. Remember, just as a quick refresh for what we saw earlier, if we look in our favorite John Doe's public HTML folder, there is the archive that we made earlier, and that's what we'll be using, okay, to upload. Now, back to our web page, we simply select Student Upload. There we go. And here we have some information that you will have to provide before we let you upload your files to our server. By the way, you can hide this system nav if it's in your way here. If your screen resolution tends to be a little on the lower side, you can do that. Now, yes, among the information you give us, by the way, is included in an email that you get notified with and your instructor also gets notified with. So here is the final project from your fave student, John Q. Doe. Hope you like what I did with it. Here we go. Okay, and then we select the instructor, your instructor, the Learning Center. If you're just taking it online, select learnubuntu.org. The course, in this case, Internet Fundamentals, and very important, put in the file name that you will be uploading so you don't have to play hide and seek for it. And I believe it was, and I got to refresh my memory now, John Doe My Project tar.gz. John Doe My Project tar.gz. This isn't the actual upload. This is just the notification portion. So we click Affirm Credentials. If you left any of these fields out, you'll be, here it says please select the instructor. I must have forgotten to select the instructor. So if you leave any of these fields out, you will be prompted. Click Affirm Credentials and Upload. And now you're at the XT Explorer app that free open source stuff we're using here. Log in, student, and there we see a Final Projects folder. That looks like a good place. And then we see some professors. Now, if you're Professor Muhammad's student, you should put it in his folder. If you're Professor Judge's student, you should put it in his folder. There will maybe other professors from time to time that appear there. Anyway, we'll just double-click that. Now, John had uploaded his project before, but we're going to re-upload it because he made some improvements to it. We're going to click the Upload button, and we're going to browse to the file on John's machine, which is there. And since he uploaded it before, it's very important. Overwrite existing files is checked, so we'll update the file. We click Save. We're told Success. Yours may take a little longer if you have slower bandwidth. There's the file. We can now click that to log out of the FTP server, and if you scroll back up to the top of your screen, you will see your breadcrumb navigation up top, and there you're back to your homeroom.
So now you should know how to archive and upload your final project so your instructor can give you a wonderful grade on it. And one thing you may notice as you go through these is that carving out pages with only HTML is like carving something in stone. In particular, in the final project example that I made, I have links to all pictures from the green room. And every one of those links is on a hand-carved HTML page. There must be an easier way. And in fact, there is. By using PHP, JavaScript, Perl, and some other interactive programming languages, you can make web pages dynamic. And now you know the HTML, so the next thing to learn is how to embed the HTML and have it interact with Perl, PHP, and JavaScript to make your pages dynamic. The next logical course to take would be Programming Concepts with JavaScript, which is a course that we will be releasing this fall, and it will teach you all about how to use JavaScript to program and make dynamic web pages. But not only that, we teach important programming concepts in that course that will carry over when you decide to move forward and try the LAMP Web Development 1 and 2 course, where you learn Perl and PHP and how to interface your website with a SQL, a MySQL server. So I hope you come back for these courses. Some of the new ones will be coming up soon. Programming Concepts with JavaScript is probably a good place to start if you just finished this course. We hope you enjoy and learn at learnubuntu.org. Portions of this program were pre-recorded.